welcome to the 22nd Annual Empty Bowls Luncheon here at the Manatee Performing Arts Center. Today, our guests are going to pick out a beautiful bowl and get to enjoy some delicious soups from local restaurants. And the proceeds from today's event are all to benefit the Food Bank of Manatee. And it is to symbolize filling the bowls of people in need. So it's a very important fundraiser for us today, and we're very excited to start our program. So the importance of today is to fill the bowls of people in need. And the success of Empty Bowls is that people come year after year. They have a collection of their beautiful bowls. They refer to their bowls throughout the year. They look forward to coming to this luncheon, not just to get the bowl, but also to support the Food Bank of Manatee. So very important program. And today we have a number of different vendors, restaurants that have donated soup. We have Popey's, we have the Breakfast Company, we have the Grove. So this event today, this luncheon today, and again tomorrow in Lakewood Ranch is such an important fundraiser for the Food Bank of Manatee. And we look forward to seeing you. If you aren't here today, know that you can come next year because you don't want to miss out on this wonderful luncheon and really noteworthy cause to help people in need and fill their bowls, especially now during the holidays coming up. So this is our 22nd annual Empty Bowls fundraiser. And if you can't make it this year, we would love to have you come out next year. It's an important event, or important fundraiser to help fill the bowls of those in need through the Food Bank of Manatee. And remember, our programs are life-changing, they are life-saving. So please come and join us at this luncheon and help us help those who need food.
We are so excited to be here at our 22nd annual Empty Bowls here at the Manatee Performing Arts Center in downtown Bradenton. We are showcasing wonderful soups today from the likes of Central Cafe, Popey's Place, Pier 22, Manatee Technical College, Metro Diner, Mean Dean's, O'Brick's, Madison's Riverwalk, and the Breakfast Company. This is my first Empty Bowls where I'm actually attending as an employee, but Cindy Sloan here, who's with us today, she has been participating for the last 15 years. So Cindy, just tell us a little bit of how this benefits the Food Bank of Manatee.
Well, as Frank said, I've been blessed to be involved at the Food Bank of Manatee for over 15 years. We support 85 different organizations throughout Manatee County, about 50 pantries. We have residential programs, backpack programs, after-school programs, and they all are blessed to be able to partner with us because there's not enough funds to do what they do without a food bank that they can access for the food that they need. So we're so lucky, and then they are in turn feeding probably upwards of 30 to 40,000 people in our community every month. So we're touching a lot of lives. We've really seen it through COVID, the increase of need, now with our economy and the prices skyrocketing, and then Hurricane Ian, we were able to get a lot of food into the places that needed to be and a lot of water. So it's a rewarding job knowing that we are helping so many in our community.
Yes, and it really is amazing. When you're on the ground, when the boots hit the ground and you're actually where these folks are in need of food, and you see a food distribution that starts at maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you see folks lining up as early as 1 o'clock just to be provided with the essential food that we take for granted all day. So as we look at these empty bowls, we think of those folks who sit in their homes, and those bowls are also empty. So we strive to feed independent people. As an independent food bank, we try to feed the people in Manatee County, and we just try to keep to our mission every day. And we have Melanie Nelson here, who's been a longtime volunteer for Meals on Wheels Plus, and she really works weekly with us at our home-delivered meals, and this is her second time that she is volunteering with us at the Empty Bowls. Melanie, tell us a little bit about what it's like to volunteer, and maybe some of the folks who've created these bowls today.
It's always fun to come together with the other volunteers from the area. We all know each other really well. We work together in all different areas of the food bank and Meals on Wheels. And this is just one of the most exciting community events that we have. With the bowls, people really appreciate them, and we appreciate them being made by the generous groups that do donate them. We have the State College of Florida who volunteers to make some bowls, Bradenton High School, Lakewood Ranch High School, and we even have some wooden bowls this year made by the Florida West Coast Woodworkers. And then we have community groups, community volunteers, like Terry McNamara that has volunteers that all get together and make bowls that they donate to us to help generate the great community togetherness that we have with the great sponsors that we have to volunteer for this.
And it really does take a village, the village to feed the village. Without the volunteers that we have, 91 routes in our home delivered meals and hundreds of volunteers that sort food in our food bank and participate in our distributions, without which we could not do what we do and keep true to our mission. This two-day event really takes months and months of preparation. We actually begin in the summertime where we have painting parties for our bowls, assisting those that have so generously contributed to us as well. So months of preparation ahead of time for this to all come full circle and to fruition, keeping to what we're doing of feeding folks in Manatee County.
And Melanie, what are your thoughts on that?
I just want to encourage anyone who has not been involved with the event in the past. Please look, in your neighborhood for any information you can for when it is offered. We do it every year. So if you can be involved next year or in either location, Bradenton or Lakewood Ranch, we'd love to have the support, and it's greatly appreciated.
And we will be at Lakewood Ranch tomorrow on Main Street as well. If you haven't gotten your ticket, we do have some tickets available today. And we have Debbie Pinkley here today, who is a longtime volunteer for the Home Delivered Meals program for Meals on Wheels Plus, and keeping true to what she loves and the mission of what we stand for and what we do of feeding Manatee. She now comes and supports our event, which she's done for the last 4 or 5 years, as an attendee of Empty Bowls. Debbie, tell us a little bit about what it means, because you've seen firsthand what the needs are in the community, and you've assisted in that by providing those home-delivered meals, and you know it's so important, and now you're coming as a patron here at the Empty Bowls program. Just tell us a little bit about what you think about this.
I think it's a wonderful program, and I did volunteer for Meals on Wheels, delivering meals for several years, and I just think it's a wonderful thing. We donate monthly to them, and this is a wonderful project here. The food is delicious.
Sure. Lots of bowls available. Is there a particular soup that you might be looking forward to, or you just really like them all?
I really don't know who's here yet, so.
Well, you're going to have some opportunities to taste some of those
yeah.
before you make your final selection when you move upstairs later today.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful.
Good. Thank you so much. And since you've been coming for a number of years, I'm sure you have a nice collection of bowls, and we see that you've selected kind of a unique one this year. Tell us why you chose that one.
Well, it's just pretty. It's little. My place is little, and it's be good for holding jewelry or whatever, so I like it.
And we have Karen Bolins here with us today. She is also a volunteer with our Home Delivered Meals program of Meals on Wheels Plus, and this is her first Empty Bowls. Karen, just tell us, look at all these wonderful bowls. Tell us what you think and what's your first impression of one of our signature events of the year.
I am overwhelmed. This is absolutely amazing. I've only been volunteering for 2 years, my first event here, and it's just amazing. I mean, to think how many people it took to make all of these bowls, how creative and unique, and to have something to take home with you that's, not just a unique bowl, but is feeding the community. It's just wonderful.
Sure, and it really is symbolic. When you see that bowl, you can say, not only did I have a wonderful lunch, but I'm also supporting the mission of feeding folks in Manatee County. Again, lots of love, time, and effort went into making these bowls. So it's not just, I'm coming for a lunch. It's so much more than that. We are really feeding the folks in Manatee County. Anything else to add, Karen?
I would just encourage anyone who'd like to come out and volunteer to maybe make this your first event.
And we have Mr. Mark Goodson here with us. He's our immediate past chairman of our board of directors and current board of directors member, and has been actively supporting us for over 10 years. Mark, could you tell us a little bit about what this event means to you?
Well, it shows a great outreach of this organization in all facets of our community. They all seem to come together for this, and it's a great way to express your feelings for Meals on Wheels and what we're doing and what we're accomplishing. And also, of course, the donations, the money is needed as we try to feed as many people as humanly possible.
And we are doing that. We are staying true to our mission of feeding the folks in Manatee County. And just as these bowls come in all shapes and sizes, we come in all shapes and sizes. But the single need that is uniform to all of us is the fact that we deserve to have the dignity of feeding ourselves and feeding the community. So thank you, Mr. Goodson, for all you do for Meals on Wheels Plus and for supporting our event today.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you for being here.
And last month we celebrated our 50th anniversary of serving the folks in Manatee County. So Mr. Goodson, could you tell us a couple of the other additional plus programs that we do besides the food bank that this event is for today? What are some of the other programs that Meals on Wheels Plus does?
Our adult daycare center called Daybreak reaches the elderly community, brings them together, gets them out of the house, gets us to analyze how their health is doing, make sure we're contacting the right people when they're in need. Meals on Wheels, the food bank. Meals on Wheels is obviously everyone knows what that is, and we take food to the people that need it. But the food bank in Manatee reaches so many, many more. When I was chairman, for instance, during the pandemic, we were furnishing 56,000 meals a week. That was my responsibility. You talk about an awesome, awesome thing to be tied with, but we had to reach that many people. That was the demand during the pandemic. We just had a hurricane. We had tremendous need out of Mayaca City. We took, I think, 950, something like that, meals out there just for that particular event because of that storm. So Meals on Wheels impacts so many people in this community in a positive way. Obviously, feeding is what we try to do, but we reach out in other ways also. We have a dining system which we bring in people to dine, congregate dining we call it, and a number of other things that we do to reach out to this community and help.
So we really are so much more than just home-delivered meals. While we serve almost 1,000 clients a week with our home-delivered meals program, again, like Mr. Goodson said, we are so much more. Friendship Dining, Adult Daycare Center, boots on the ground, the Food Bank of Manatee. When the need is immediate, we react. We get boots on the ground and react right away as the need presents itself.
Sure do. Thank you.
And as the past board chair, I think you were tasked with some really large responsibilities of expanding our physical plant to put us, and position us well into the next 50 years. So tell us what that was like to really, from the grounds up on a piece of paper, just from concept to actual execution.
Well, I fortunately was able to design that building, and we met with all the people that had input into it, design a building that would take care of us now, but in the future. So it's projected for another 30 years. We wanted everything on one campus so that the management was together. Before that, we were in 3 different sections, 3 different places, and it wasn't efficient. So we built the efficiency. We have a nutrition center upstairs. It's a program they've always wanted to accomplish, but we haven't been able to because we didn't have the facilities. Now we do. This nutrition center will take elderly into there, teach them how to cook properly, but the biggest output's going to be for children. We want to reach kids and tell them that McDonald's is great once in a while, but that's not what we're trying to accomplish with your nutritional needs. We want to reach kids before they get to that point where they're out buying fast foods, and that's what our nutrition center is going to do, and we're very proud of it. It's going to be a great addition to this community.
And as the only food bank in Manatee County and the largest hunger relief effort of Meals on Wheels Plus for the county, what is a takeaway? What could we look forward to the future?
I think what people need to know about Manatee County is in this very affluent, beautiful community, there is so much poverty and so many people that are doing without. People don't realize that there are over 700 children in our school system that call their cars home. They don't understand how the poverty level in isolated areas like Ribonia and other areas in their community that people actually have a tremendous need for food. We need to make sure that those people know it and we're able to bring it to them. That's what Meals on Wheels means to me. We have to be able to meet the need of those that are less fortunate.
Absolutely, and we expect those children that Mr. Goodson is referring to perform at the same standards as all of the other children who go home to a safe and secure home with a choice of the food that they wish to eat. So we're grateful for all of his continued support and all of your support of the community, without which we couldn't be doing what we're doing and serving our mission. We have Representative Will Robinson here with us today, and past board chair of Meals on Wheels Plus. Representative Robinson, could you tell us why is this so special to you, and what does it mean?
Well, this is just an incredible day. And I know actually we have 2 days, don't we?
Yeah.
We have a day here and a day out in Lakewood Ranch. It's called Empty Bowls. I actually picked out my bowl, and I went in my cupboard and I have about 8 of them. And I must like the color blue because I have all blue bowls, so I said I got to get a different color. But this is such a great day for outreach, obviously what this organization is all about, and some fundraising as well. It's called Empty Bowls. So you get a bowl and you get some soup and you have some great fellowship, and I think it's a great way to market this great organization, to show the community exactly what we do and all the great features that are important that you all do for our community.
And there's such a growing need for so many different and diverse programs that we offer at Meals on Wheels Plus. Well, what do you think? If you could speak to what do you think we're doing? How are we doing at all of those diverse programs that we offer?
Well, it's called Meals on Wheels Plus because there's so much more that Meals on Wheels does. I mean, I remember doing the home delivered meal programs, and that is so incredibly important for those seniors to be able to get a good hot meal, timely meal. But also Myakka City, we had Hurricane Ian, and your organization stepped up and really helped out those folks in Manatee City that were devastated by the hurricane. I believe you're coming up to your 50th year anniversary,
50th
and we have a new facility that's working out, and the food bank, which is so incredibly important, especially this time of year where we had the Stuff the Bus program, which provides important donated goods to the food bank, and certainly for those folks out there, please donate to this great organization. Food and all the other stuff is so important, so we can get that out and get the meals prepared for those that are less fortunate during this time. Thanksgiving's coming up, and then Christmas, so it's an important time for people to step up and give during this important time of the year.
And we will be doing 2 distributions. We will be doing a Thanksgiving distribution as well as a Christmas distribution of 500 families. It'll be a drive-through at our physical plant there at the admin, and we're grateful to be able to do that. Boots on the ground, as Representative Robinson said. October 1st, we were on a Saturday delivering food to Myakka and some of the hardest hit areas. And again, the food bank's been around since 1985, so we're 37 years strong, and we're fortunate to be able to offer such diverse programs based on the needs in Manatee County. And as the needs continue to grow, we continue to try to respond to those needs. So again, supporting the local distributions or anything that your heart leads you to do, we certainly are grateful for all of the community support that we've had for these 50 years.
Meals on Wheels Plus of Manatee is such an incredibly important organization to our community because it provides so many things to those that are less fortunate. So if you're listening out there, please consider a donation of money or canned goods or anything you can during this time, because the need is so great out there. It's only getting more and more every year. So please be generous this year. I know you will. Be generous this year and support this great organization because they really, really do important work for those in our community.
And we have one of our annual sponsors here, Manatee Technical College, and they've been supporting us for well over 10 years since the inception of the program there in Lakewood Ranch. Could you tell us a little bit about what you've created today here?
So today we chose a Portuguese green soup. It has a kale and potato puree with chicken broth and pieces of Portuguese sausage. And it's called caldo verde, which means green soup.
Very good. And what does it mean to you when you think of empty bowls? It's really not just that you come here and you have soup. It's so much more than that. Does anyone want to speak to what does that mean when we're actually feeding the community by this fundraiser?
Sure. It's pretty good. It gets everyone a chance to try different things and being able to feed the community, obviously.
Sure, and you get to showcase, some of your special creations, what you do at Manatee Technical College. And again, it's supporting a wonderful organization here where we have the ability to take these funds and then really turn that back and put it right into the community. Do you have anything to add on that?
It's just a lovely way to get together as a community, to sit down, just to dine all together for a greater cause.
Sure, it's really great. We're all gathering here, socially, and having the benefit of trying all these wonderful creations. But we are keeping to our mission of we're really trying to feed people in the community who may not have had food otherwise. Anything to add, Adelia?
And we're glad to be here, honestly, for the amount of years that we've been hearing about this program, and to actually be here and be present to see how it turns out is a great experience.
Good.
It is. Our culinary program is a 1,200-hour program. It consists of a breakdown of what students learn throughout the year. We also have a 600-hour program, which is a baking and pastry program, also at MTC.
And what about you, young lady? What do you think about the program?
I thoroughly enjoy it. It was beyond my expectations. It's something I've been wanting to do. I've been cooking since I was 14. So doing this program is truly a blessing and a pleasure to do.
And what about you?
It's just something that is a really good hobby to do. I really love cooking for my family. It's just something that I can also bond with them as long with myself.
Sure, and as you can be passionate at what you're doing and enjoy it, and actually, sharing food with other people. What a great way to, to spread your gift and talents as to share that food with other people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we are so fortunate here to have Popey Amaris of Popey's chain of restaurants. She has been really a charter supporter of ours, and as long as she can remember in these past 22 years, she's been here every year supporting us. So tell us, Popey, what you're doing here today, and what does it mean to support the community?
I love to support the community and going for a good cause, and I'm always there to help. I really love to do that.
Yes, we are so grateful for the long-term support that you have shown us, and certainly your restaurants in our community are a staple, and we're so fortunate. What is the creation here today?
Chicken lemon soup.
Chicken lemon soup, and that's a signature recipe. That's all of her restaurants, and we're so fortunate to have her with us today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And we have Dean Donnelly from Mean Dean's Local Kitchen here with us, and one of his co-workers here, Stanton. And tell us what you're serving up today, Dean.
We are serving our homemade blackened alligator chowder, one of our house soups.
Very interesting, different take on things, certainly showcasing the local area. And this is your first time with us this year?
It's our first time with Mean Dean's, yes.
Yes. And what does it mean to support the local community and feed those who wouldn't otherwise have food?
It's great. It is just awesome. It is what we're here for. It is what we should all be doing on a daily basis. So.
Yes, and Stanton, anything to add on what it means to you to be here today assisting Dean?
Other than the fact that I strongly support it as well, and I have a lot in the past under different organizations, I believe that what we're doing is the right thing.
Sure. Mean Dean's Local Kitchen, great, local restaurant, Dean's been in the area for a number of years, and he's taken it out and doing his own restaurant. So we're so fortunate to have him supporting us at Meals on Wheels Plus and, of course, the Food Bank of Manatee. Okay, here we are at Empty Bowls here, and we have
Carl Reynolds.
Mariah Reynolds.
And we're so fortunate to have Carl on our board of directors for Meals on Wheels Plus. You're here representing the Food Bank of Manatee, feeding folks who would otherwise not have food. And we've talked before about the representation of what that empty bowl means when we actually see that, and we think of those folks who may have an empty bowl at their home. So, Mr. Carl Reynolds, tell us, what's it mean for you to be here today?
Well, I'm honored to be part of the board, and especially now in the wake of Hurricane Ian, there's more need than ever, and this is just an opportunity for us to get together as a community and help those who are less fortunate. So come out, enjoy a great bowl of soup. If you didn't come out this year, there's always next year. And there's also opportunities to donate to the food bank and to Meals on Wheels Plus throughout the remainder of the year to really help those folks that are really struggling right now, especially, like I said, in the wake of natural disasters and everything else going on financially, the economy, everything. It's really needed right now. So if you can reach deep and give, we'd be much appreciated.
Yes, and we really are so fortunate to have the community supporting us in such a great way. You know, with the responses from the COVID pandemic, with the responses of inflation, and also with the hurricane. So it's almost like a perfect storm of things that have happened. But the community really is supporting us in a profound way, and we're so grateful for that. And to have the support of Carl Reynolds Law as a sponsor and as a member of the board of directors. And thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely.
And we have Mr. Dave Prasarchik here with Metz Culinary Management today, and they're one of our sponsors today. And they're also the source of our home-delivered meals, located right here in Sarasota County. They're the supplier of all of our home-delivered meals for our home-delivered meals program. And Dave, tell us, what does it mean to sponsor, and what does it mean for you to be here today?
Metz is just so proud to work with Meals on Wheels Manatee Plus. It's one of the best partners we have, and we work in 21 different states. We're just so honored. You know, this event just affects so many different people, and to actually be part of it for the day has really been an honor, and I actually look forward to attending next year also.
Yes, it really means so much to have the community supporting the community, so we can continue to feed those folks that, again, have not had the opportunity to be fed otherwise. And we have Karen Hodge with Madison's Riverwalk Grill here today. And Karen, have you supported this in the past, or what does it mean for you to be here today?
Well, absolutely. Madison's has been a supporter of Meals on Wheels and Empty Bowls for many, many years. This is actually one of my favorite events to do because I know how much it gives back to the community, and it's a fun event, and a lot of people just come out and try great soup, and we're happy to be here.
Sure, and what are you serving up today?
We are serving our house-made broccoli cheddar.
Excellent. Delicious. Love it. And we were so grateful for your continued support, without which we couldn't, again, continue to feed people without the support of folks like you. And thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure.
Thank you.